It is a combination of 1/2 gallon of whole milk and about 8 ounces of half and half. I brought it to 175-degree temperature, which takes about 12 minutes, and then I let it cool down to 110 degrees. The importance of letting it cool to 110 degrees exactly is that if the milk is too hot, it will kill the live bacteria of the yogurt that I'm trying to propagate, and if it's too cold, then the bacteria will not propagate. So it has to be the right temperature. So here I have my starter, what we call a starter, which is yogurt that has live cultures in it, and I brought this to room temperature, and now I'm going to add a little bit of the milk that has been brought to 110-degree temperature. And let's mix it up. And then I'm going to pour it back into the milk that is at 110-degree temperature. And I'm going to mix that up to get those live yogurt cultures stirred around in there. And then I add about 1/2 cup of dried milk. And the reason for this is that I want the texture of the yogurt to be kind of thick, and without the dried milk added, it will be more of a pudding consistency, which I personally do not care for. Here's the dried milk, and I add the yogurt mixture to it. And I stir it around. It's really important to add the yogurt mixture to the dried milk, because when I've added the dried milk, just poured dried milk into the yogurt mixture, it did not turn into yogurt. It just stayed in a liquid state. So I mix that up, stir it around, and then I will put it in a yogurt maker, which is simply a container that keeps the yogurt at a consistent temperature for 8 to 9 hours. And then in the morning, I usually do this overnight, in the morning it will be yogurt. I'm going to take the yogurt mixture and put it into a sterilized glass container, and then put it into my yogurt maker, which is just a container that keeps it at a static temperature for 8 to 9 hours. And then at the end of that process, it will be yogurt. Make sure it's on, and then I just leave it on overnight, and in the morning it turns into yogurt. I prefer my yogurt to be sweetened with fruit juice sweetened jelly. So what I do is I measure out 5 heaping tablespoons of jelly, and I heat that up to get the consistency to be a liquid form, and then I add it to the yogurt. So the jelly has become more of a liquid consistency. So now I'm going to add the yogurt mixture to the jelly. And I'm going to stir that around till it's incorporated. And then I add it to the main yogurt mixture. And mix that up. And I put it into little jars for individual servings. At a constant temperature for 8 to 9 hours. Then once I take them out of the yogurt maker, I have solid yogurt.